Hi guys, this is a new page called Begin Vegan. Veganism is touted to be one of the major societal changes or lifestyle changes that is going to be happen in the next few years, and we obviously believe that that is a major step in the right direction, and therefore we have created this page. Uh, Now, before I go further, I just want to say that most people think that becoming vegan may be too much of a major step for them. So, if you cannot turn vegan, I appeal to you to turn at least vegetarian, because it is the single most contributing thing that you can do for the environment, for the benefit of the animals, etc. Obviously, I am going to be listing those reasons why you should do that. And plus, this is an India based page. So in India, we all know there's a bunch of cultures in which people are primarily vegetarian and they all live a banging life. So I would genuinely appeal to my fellow Indians who will hopefully be watching this video to please turn vegetarian, as it's going to benefit the environment and animal welfare massively. Now, before I go further, I'm going to tell you something about this page. Currently, this video is going to be about the reasons why you should turn vegan. Obviously, there's a ton of reasons, but I will be focusing on the main three. Uh, Obviously, if you go on the internet, there are much better people, much more educated people, much more informed sites that will tell you the same, and I'll be using data from these sites. Only the most reliable ones like the Guardian.com, the Vegan Society, PETA, etc. Now, before I go any further, I would like to make a very big point, which is that this point is for all those people who started laughing whenever the word vegan or veganism is mentioned. See, this is the same sort of thing that happened when people started talking about women empowerment at first, a couple of decades earlier. People started laughing off, they thought that they would never have the kind of role that they have in the current society. The same sort of thing happened when people laughed off when there was talk about giving more and more equality and freedom to people from minority ethnic backgrounds here in India, in US, all over the world. But those changes happened, the women empowerment changes happened, and this is going to happen as well. It's time we start caring about our environment, our animals. Veganism has been growing tremendously the past few years, and it is going to grow, and it is time for you to join this particular brand of lifestyle, and it is rewarding as hell. Now, obviously, now let's start with the reasons. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, there are a ton of reasons why you should go vegan, but I will be listing the major three. Obviously, the data that I'm going to be using is coming from very reliable sites, from very educated people and scientists, like those working for PETA, the Guardian.com, the Vegan Society, etc. Now, I think the single biggest reason why you should go vegan is how it's going to help tremendously in conserving water. As we all know, water shortage is a problem that we are collectively facing as a society. It is becoming more and more bigger and bigger of a problem every day, and a lot of people predict, very educated people, that it is going to be one of the biggest problem for the new generations. So becoming vegan, I believe, or switching to a plant-based lifestyle, it may be the single most biggest contribution that you could do to conserve water. The reason for is this: see, when we eat meat, we are when the meat is served to your table, before that these animals have been killed, these animals have been fed tons of water, all sorts of things have happened. And let me just come up with the data right here. This is going to blow your mind. We all know that rice is a crop that needs a lot of water to grow, a lot of water. Now, we need 2500 liters to grow 1 kg of rice, as compared 2000 liters to grow 1 kg of bread. When we compare the amount of water needed for meat, it's just double or triple, or sometimes 6 times the quantity needed. It needs 4,500 liters to grow 1 kg of chicken. That is almost double. 5,000 for eggs, literally double. 5,500 liters to grow 1 kg of pig. 10,000 for sheep, and 15,000 liters of water to grow 1 kg of beef or any bovine animals. So obviously resorting to a plant-based diet is maybe the single biggest contribution that you're gonna give to conserving water in your life. Now reason number two is obviously the conservation of land and other resources that happen when you shift to a plant-based diet. You see, when meat is served to your table, before that a lot of stuff has happened. These are living creatures. These people need tons of resources. They need tons of food, tons of water, all sorts of things to grow, and therefore lots of resources are used which could be put somewhere else. Second of all, most of these creatures like broiler chickens are specifically grown just so we could consume them. So if we do not focus on their growth and on their production, we are not going to harm the environment. Obviously, when you shift to a plant-based diet, you're going to be saving tons of water, tons of land, deforestation, all sorts of things. You're going to contribute to all sorts of beneficial things for the environment. In these times of grave crisis, of natural disasters happening every few months, resorting to a plant-based diet or a vegan diet may be the biggest contribution that we make collectively as a society. Now, third and a very big reason is animal welfare. There were times when we treated people from minor ethnic backgrounds very poorly. There were times when we treated women very poorly. We learned, we grew, we respect them. Now it is our turn to do the same with animals. Animals are sentient beings. They can feel, they can fear, they have the right to live. In meat industry, all sorts of cruel things happen. For starters, things animals like broiler chickens, goats, more and more of them are reproduced forcefully, are bred forcefully. They are not needed in the environment, they are not needed in the ecosystem. They are just bred for our own consumption. Most of the times, the mothers, they are not able to handle going pregnant again and again. For example, if any animal in its lifetime produces 10 offsprings, in meat industries, these animals are forced to produce 30 or 40 or 50 offsprings. It is very painful for them, and they live a painful life till they are killed for their own meat, obviously. There are all sorts of other things. For example, in the wild, a cow can live for 20 years. In the meat industry, a cow is killed in 4 years. A chicken can live up to 10 years. Broiler chickens are killed in 6 weeks. Sheep and goats, they are killed in 10 months. They can go on and live for 15 years. Not only that, small animals are killed on a daily basis in the egg industry because they are not able to produce quality eggs. All sorts of other things happen, like painfully cutting their horns, painful ways of neutering them so that they don't reproduce, all sorts of cruel ways. At the same time, they live in cages where they can barely walk. We have all seen how chicken is transported on our roads. Let alone walk, they cannot even shift positions. 10 to 12 chickens are put in cages of this size. Come on, this is very cruel. We all know it, and we gotta start doing something about it. Hi guys. So this was the 3 major reasons. Obviously, I genuinely believe that if you guys just gave 5 minutes of your life to search up a bit about veganism and you go to reliable sites, in 5 minutes your mind is going to change, and you will genuinely care about the cause that is veganism. Hopefully our page can contribute to the cause as well, and if you liked what I said here, please follow us, and please follow our page on Instagram as well. It is from the same name, Begin Vegan. We are gonna be posting a bunch of stuff there. Thank you.